Terrell County, Texas Sheriff. He's Thaddeus Cleveland. Sheriff, great to see you again. What do you make of the report that majority of Mexican citizens say shut the border? They're outraged. They want it to stop. They're calling it an invasion. They're talking about rising crime and chaos.
Hi, Liz. It's great to be on with you. And, that was an interesting angle. And it's not something I hadn't thought of before. And the reason I say that is, look, I'm from the border area. I grew up in a border community and have crossed back and forth or used to cross before the cartels really got powerful, in the mid-'90s. Certainly, those people on the other side of the border are working Mexicans. That a lot of them, work in maquiladoras that make different components for cars or whatever it may be and send them to the United States. So, yeah, they're just like us and they're fed up with it. And I must add, we talked about that southern border with Guatemala and Mexico. We actually saw during President Trump's first presidency when he threatened tariffs on Mexico. Not only did they patrol the northern border with the United States, but the government of Mexico also patrolled its southern border. So that definitely is a game changer if we can get back to that.
Interesting, Sheriff. Now we've got far left communist leaders in Latin America and South America. The news is coming in. They have abused the U.S. border for generations. The far left in Venezuela and more. The far left leaders of these 33 nations led by Honduras, Colombia, and Venezuela, they're now calling for an emergency meeting to push back against President Trump on this, when those countries we just named, and the majority of those 33 nations, they crack down on illegal border crossings in their own home countries.
Liz, it's not going to happen. And what I really do foresee happening is, of course, the United States of America, we don't need those countries as much as they need us. And President Trump has set his goal, and I foresee him working with those countries, or rather forcing those countries to help us with the many other people coming from around the world through their countries to Mexico and to the United States. So he's gonna get his way, Liz. We all know it.
Yes, Sheriff, let's please get your reaction to Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton back in 2008 said, quote, deport illegal aliens, especially if they've committed a crime. Watch this.
If they've committed a crime, deport them. No questions asked. They're gone. If they've been working and are law-abiding, we should say, here are the conditions for you staying. You have to pay a stiff fine because you came here illegally. You have to pay back taxes, and you have to try to learn English, and you have to wait in line.
What happened? By the way, it's been said Barack Obama, he deported 3.2 million illegal immigrants during his 8 years in office. That was about 1,100 per day, every day for 8 years. What do you make of Hillary Clinton here?
Liz, I was a Border Patrol agent under the Obama administration, and I started my Border Patrol career under President Clinton. He was the first to start building fencing and barrier there in El Paso, Texas, and expanded out to California. I was shaking my head a whole lot because all those clips you played, I've watched time and time again. Many of us have, and we can remember when the left was saying all those things. What happened there in the last 4 years? Look, those previous 4 administrations that I worked under, from Clinton to Bush to Obama to Trump, they all furthered border security. Last 4 years was a complete disaster. It's great to see that we're going to get back on track along our southern border and start working on our northern border.
Sheriff Thaddeus Cleveland, thanks for joining us. Thank you for your service to America. It's great to have you back on. We've got major action.